Hey, welcome back. This is Melissa Hager here with Ladies of the Comedy Series. Super excited. I have a special guest here in studio today, Mr. Derek Richards.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
All the way from Las Vegas.
Yeah, just passing through here in scenic Frankenmuth.
In little Bavaria. Here
Absolutely.
you are. What's your favorite thing about town? Getting lost? The Lederhosen?
About Frankenmuth?
Mhm.
I love Bronner's.
Do you?
I do love Bronner's.
Are you stopping?
It is. I got to try to at least at some point because no, I brought my girlfriend up here for went to Bronner's.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last spring?
Yeah.
And it's great, man. I love Christmas. It's neat. You walk in there, it's like you just forget that it's April, or you forget that it's
June.
Whatever. You're like, okay, this is. Why am I looking at wreaths now?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I recently moved to town, and so this was my first winter that I've been here every day. And driving by near Christmas time, there's not a parking spot available. And it's like a 5-acre ordeal there. It's crazy busy. People crawling everywhere.
It's insane.
It's wild. I tease the family. They're really, really great people. And I tease them that they got to keep helping me sell out these comedy shows because otherwise I'm going to be looking for a job in the art department. And they're going to be like,
trees.
Yeah, you're going to hear it over the loudspeaker. Hager's drawing dicks on bulbs again. I'd get fired,
The perfect way to celebrate Jesus' birthday. You drawing Sharpie penises
balls on the balls.
Yes. Drawing Sharpie penises on ornaments. I don't know the whole criteria for getting to hell, but that's probably...
Pretty close.
You're checking a couple boxes on that one.
Well, we're super pumped to have you here. First of all, talking about Vegas, how cool. You've worked at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club before, correct?
Yep.
And you've got to meet Brad Garrett himself.
Yeah.
I heard he's a cool guy.
Hands down, one of the nicest people in the business.
That's
I think
awesome.
it's because he comes from a comedy background. His club is really couldn't be any more comedy friendly. It's a very family atmosphere. His nephews, are a couple of the managers.
Oh, so cool.
And, the other manager that came on board, Cindy, who works there, is just an absolute sweetheart. I mean, everybody is really, really cool. You go there, and it's one of those weeks where you really genuinely are bummed when it's over because it's so much fun. And the staff is fantastic. I mean, the green room is beautiful. It's very comfortable. And
Is there a bunch of drawers, or there's something...
Yeah, he has an old what do you call it? Apothecary. It looks like a librarian type thing, but it could be like a drugstore, like an old drugstore thing. With all
the little drawers.
And there's different candies in each one.
In every single one.
Every single one.
That's so cool. How fun.
I touch like 5 pieces of chocolate the rest of the year, and I go there. And I'm like one of your kids on Halloween.
Grabbing
just digging through. I'm like, this is great.
I know. How do you even come up with that many? I mean, how many drawers do you think there are? I heard there's
probably 25, 30 drawers.
That's a lot. That's a lot of different candy.
It's insane.
And I have a obsession. Like once I taste something that I like, I'm probably gonna eat it all. I'll just dump the drawer in.
Done.
It's over.
It's really it's a great setup. I mean, and he couldn't be a nicer guy. Very supportive.
That's cool.
Of comedians.
So he'll talk to you guys, and he'll.
Oh yeah, he's super chill.
Is he usually on stage when he's there?
Yeah, when he comes into town, he's there. I mean, he's shooting a lot of stuff, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
He's been gone. He's been shooting that show, Single Parents, and he's been involved in so many other projects. I mean, the guy works constantly.
Yeah.
And when he comes through, he's usually going up and doing. He's
so
usually
cool.
on the show.
Right.
And he's the MC. He comes out as the host and does 20 minutes up front. And then
so he don't even take the headliner spot.
No, but I mean, people are there to see Brad. But it's really cool because he creates just a fun environment where it's like, hey, welcome to my club. This is my show. Here's some very funny friends of mine.
That is so cool.
And so he does like 20 minutes up front, and that's like another 20 minutes
to
a half hour.
You're like,
between.
He's talking about me. That's me.
It's neat. It's really cool. It's very, it was very surreal at first.
That's
now it's just, I see him and, text him some inappropriate stuff, and he gets a kick out of it. But he's just a comic at heart at the end of the day.
That's
and
cool.
just a genuinely good person.
That's cool. That is so awesome to hear. Because celebrities, we get this persona on TV. I remember the first time I found out Danny Tanner was like a dirty comedian. I had no idea. Like, I'm pretty sure the very first time I heard comedy, it was something about him, like, having sex with the Olsen twins. It was a joke, but I was like, What, Danny Tanner, what are you doing? It freaked me out. It totally freaks me out.
It's a different persona that people have on television.
Yeah.
And when people come out and see Brad, I mean, he's not Robert from
Right.
Raymond. And
yeah.
so, I mean, Brad is funny, but Brad does not hold back.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
he is hands down one of the funniest, most politically incorrect people that you see on stage.
So cool.
And it's just a real fun show to see. If anybody ever gets a chance to see Brad when he's performing at the MGM and at his club, I highly recommend it.
I've been there twice, and I've tried. Like, I'm just like, oh, the whole week. It's like, please, dear Lord, bring Brad into town. I want to meet Brad, but he's not been there. But I'll keep trying.
Yeah, real good guy. I know he's not back at the club, I think, until sometime in February because his shooting schedule for the TV show.
You have the inside scoop.
Gone crazy.
Now I'll plan my trips around your schedule.
You should. Well, you look at check out his website, BradGarrettComedy.com, and he's got, and whenever he's going to be there, it'll be on there that he is going to be there.
Good Lord. I didn't even know that. I've just aimlessly been throwing my pee into the wind. I had no idea.
Really? Throwing your pee into the wind. Okay.
That didn't make sense.
I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either. This is why I should not be responsible for the things that I say. I forgot to read the disclaimer before we started. My bad.
That's why they have editing. Figure it out.
If you're 18 or younger watching the show, shut it off. So
too late now. Kids already peeing in the wind.
Yeah. Mine do all the time. It's gross. So Vegas, you're a Michigan person.
Correct.
You're a Michigan guy. You've born and raised here.
Yes.
And then you moved to Vegas.
Yeah, I was in Florida for 12 years, and then I've been out in Vegas now for 7, almost 8 years.
Nice.
Coming up here now.
That's a very different change of pace.
It's great. I mean, it's nice because there's so many different places to work out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy access to the airport. It's right in town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 15 minutes from the airport, which couldn't be any better.
Right.
And like I said, just a lot of great opportunities right there in town to work.
That's cool.
And it's just and it's a fun city. I mean, I live about 10 miles south of the Strip, which is cool. And it's but there's always stuff to do.
Right.
Constantly.
Stuff going on. I know you sent me, last time I was there, you sent me a whole list of things to check out, and it was hard to pick. It was hard to pick something.
Nuts. Yeah, because you came out there with your mom and your girls, I think.
Yes, it was like a
or your sister,
50th birthday thing. And I was...
Too funny.
I was the oddball out of that one, but it was very fun. It was such a blast. We had a good time.
You and your husband need to come out there sometime. That'd be a blast.
We do. He's never been to Vegas.
Mm.
Yeah, never. And he loves to gamble. We love to play cards. We play cards a lot. So
Absolutely.
that would be really fun. Man. So, you just did something pretty big. You just had a huge project you took underway, and you got to tell us about that.
Yeah, well, we did show the Irish Comedy Tour.
Which I've seen. Hilarious.
Thank you.
Very fun. Tell people what the setup of that show is.
Well, the show is like it's like an Irish pub and a comedy show in a food processor. I mean, our website has our demo on it, theirishcomedytour.com. You can also type in, go to YouTube and type in the Irish Comedy Tour, and you'll see a bunch of videos. But it's a couple of musicians on the show. Singer, guitar player, Derek Keane from Dublin, Ireland. Mm-hmm. We have a fiddle player who's on board who... classically trained fiddle player, brilliant performer.
Very good.
And he put him in a leprechaun outfit.
And he happens to be short.
And he happens to be shorter. I'm going to say short. Damon, if you're going to watch this.
Shorter.
Damon Liebert, brilliant. funny, great guy. And just so full of energy. And these guys are the hosts of the show. And then myself and Mike McCarthy, comedian out of Boston, go up. And I do about 30, 35 minutes. And then Mike goes up and does about a half hour, 35 minutes. And it's just it's a lot of fun, and we actually put together a special that was actually put together by a good friend of mine, John Bazar, who is a comedian out in Las Vegas. He's been at it for years and years, and he edited this special together where it's a combination of us on stage, because we had shot a stage show in Connecticut, and it was just a regular straight stand-up show, and we're like... there needs to be something more to it. And so John took it. So we took the 90-minute stage show and condensed it to an hour long. And it actually has like our stage show in it, but then it's us goofing around and acting like idiots on the road.
Oh, that's so cool.
In between the chunks. And so that's what sold it to a good friend of mine, Rick D'Elia, comedian in Vegas, has sold specials before. And he submitted it to... a couple of distributors, and Comedy Dynamics picked it up.
Nice.
And so they took it, and they're like, okay, this is, We got the special, we had the contracts and all that stuff taken care of, and then that was just like the start of the process.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the whole thing shot, which was great.
Yeah.
But then the subsequent work that came after that was just, I mean, it was pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
It really was.
Wasn't what you were expecting?
No, I mean, because people just think.
I mean, because you're trying to keep up with a stand-up schedule, too.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like you just took 2 months off to go
Right.
do something.
Right. I mean, they sent out over a checklist of about maybe 25 items on the checklist that they needed to have done to the video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything that was on the video, if there was any kind of music, and the music that our guys play are, it's traditional Irish songs, so it's public domain. But we needed to prove that.
Holy
so you've
cow.
got to go through every single
my gosh.
thing where there was music on there.
Holy cow.
And dissect it and say, all right, this is the song, this is this. And so that needed to be done. Then we had to have the whole thing, the whole special transcribed for closed captioning. So we had that done. That actually wasn't all that difficult.
No.
But then there was all this other stuff that needed to take place. We needed to have insurance on the show. So we had to buy a $3 million insurance policy.
Whoa.
That covers the special for 3 years.
Yeah.
Through the distributor. So it's like, say, for example, say Martin Scorsese comes back and says, you know what, I had an idea for the Irish comedy tour, and I could have, if I produced it, it would be much bigger than this. And so this insurance policy covers anybody who might want to try to lay claim to any part of the show. And so it was, and we needed to get releases from everybody that had appeared on it. I mean, it was really a daunting process. And I mean, it took a while, and it was, I was going through stuff. I didn't know what I was doing, so I was very fortunate to have some good friends of mine that knew how this process worked, and they really helped me out a lot. My buddy Rick, who got us in with the distributor, and even the distributors themselves were very helpful because they knew this was a first-time thing for me.
That's cool.
And I mean, so it really ended up, once we had the special shot, it still ended up for us to go ahead and get it out there. And it's on Amazon Prime right now, the Irish Comedy Tour. It's also on like 11 other platforms. You can pull it up on Dish, Comcast, DirecTV, iTunes, YouTube TV. You can go ahead and get it on all that stuff too. But if you're a Prime member, it's free on Amazon Prime.
That's awesome.
And punch it up and do that. But it cost us, literally like an extra like $9,000.
Oh, wow.
Once it was accepted by the distributor and we went through that whole checklist.
To do all that extra stuff.
So the insurance policy and all the other stuff, we had to have a lawyer go through and watch the whole special.
Oh, wow.
To make sure that there was nothing in there that was...
And you guys only shot one show, so you had a one-time deal. Like, you couldn't even dub in other shows.
Well, we shot, when we did the special, when we shot the actual live show at the theater, what happened was we actually did a show before the actual show to nobody in the crowd.
Okay.
There was just the film crew.
Yeah.
So, and we had our set lists. We're like, all right, stick to the course. Do exactly what we would do if there was a crowd there. Pause for where laughter comes in after punchlines.
Was
so
that
it was
weird?
Extremely surreal.
Oh my gosh. Especially for comedians, like that is so odd.
Yeah, so we're in a theater. And
musicians are used to playing to people that aren't paying attention.
Sorry,
Mike.
It was a smaller theater, but there were still only maybe 15 people in there when you had the sound people, the light people, and the camera operators
and
and
the camera guys are trying not to laugh because they don't want the camera to shake.
And they were, it was funny because it's the first time a lot of these guys are hearing this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So, we had 5 cameras and all the audio and everything too. And so we needed to do that just in case anything happened during the regular show taping.
Wow.
Say a guitar string breaks, somebody trips, then, or if somebody in the audience decides to act like an idiot and heckle, we could go ahead and dub
that other part in.
The other show into that one.
Oh, good.
So that was actually a great idea. A buddy of mine had told me that he had done that for a special that he was a part of years ago.
That's a long day.
And it was.
You did it all in the same day?
Yeah, we did the first show at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Wow.
And then took a break. And then shot the actual show at like 7:30, 8:00 that night.
Oh, wow. What an ordeal.
Yeah, it
Because
was.
everyone has dreams of producing something or having their special out there, but I don't know if anybody knows what actually goes into that.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to it. People just think they go, "Hey, how come you don't have a Netflix special?"
Yeah.
It's like, like a buddy of mine said, "Oh, like I forgot to get it at the grocery store on the way home." What a great idea! Thank you for dropping this upon me.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
So, I mean, and there's a ton of content out there. I mean, you go anywhere, Netflix, Hulu. The money that these people are spending on having some of these specials shot, some of the specials that are on some of these networks. I'm like, not what I would have thought would have made the cut, but somebody likes it somewhere. But they did it.
And people are liking it.
Exactly.
I know. Entertainment to each his own, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. And it's cool now because you can, stream stream stuff anywhere, watch it on your phone on the plane or whatever. But if you could get a chance, the Irish Comedy Tour on Amazon Prime.
Everybody's got Amazon, don't they?
Everyone has Amazon.
Amazon, come on.
I got a buddy who didn't have Amazon. I'm like,
what?
How are we friends?
How in the world?
How do you not? Everybody gets something on Amazon. It's like accidentally.
Oh my God! Yeah, hello.
It's like saying you never went to McDonald's or you never went to Starbucks or something.
Up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, come on.
Yeah, everyone has Amazon. So if you get a chance to click on it, even if you click on it and walk away, I don't care.
Just watch it.
Play it for the cat.
Yeah.
We just need to have people put their eyes on this. But it was a fun thing to produce. It was like I said, I was very, very fortunate to have some fantastic friends that that really knew what they were doing to make it happen.
That is very cool. I know the first time you pitched to me the idea of the Irish Comedy Tour, I was like, but I live in a German town. Like, I just wasn't getting it.
Right.
And then once we did it and I saw it, I was like, wow, it was such a cool show.
Yeah,
it is such a cool show.
Well, and it's just a fun show because it's not, you don't need to be Irish to enjoy it. I mean, we're all cut from the same cloth. Everyone's been to an Irish pub. I mean, you go to other countries. I mean, there's some very, very good Irish pubs. Even in China or Japan so it's that atmosphere of an Irish pub is. It never goes away. You know what you're getting into when you walk in there.
Right.
It's a fun environment. Usually, some musicians on stage joking around. The bartender has some inappropriate jokes, and so we really try to take that concept and mix it together with the comedy show. And
you guys have your schedule set for this year.
For this run through March, we start in Philadelphia on March 4th.
Nice.
And then we're going to be. It's a lot of East Coast stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, we're up in outside of Albany, New York, and then Boston, of course, and then we head down to Florida for a little bit, and then we actually have a rogue date out in Seattle.
Oh,
which is cool, But
that's like out there.
It's way out there. We were there last year, had a great time, and they brought us back.
That's cool.
And we just sadly couldn't find another date to tack onto it. So
right. That's just how it goes.
It's just a rogue date that's out there, so we all have to fly out there to do one show, and then that wraps us up. For this particular run in March.
Right.
So
yeah, that's cool. Well, we're hoping in 2021 to bring you back to Michigan
Would
again.
Love to.
That would be fun. That was
so
really, really good time.
That was, I think, one of the first shows that you did at the Frankenmuth.
Yes.
Credit
Union Event Center. It was the very first one.
Yeah.
And we had that shit weather that night. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was crazy, but we still had so many people. They were so excited.
It was fun. That was
that was very good.
Yeah, in Michigan, it's always that wild card. You never know what's going to happen as far as goofy weather is concerned.
I think it would be fun to do the Irish Comedy Tour in Frankenmuth, like at the lodge, where all the staff is in lederhosen and dirndls, and we're doing an Irish show on stage. I think that would be so much irony. I don't. There's a lot.
And the whole staff has to be black. We have black. That would be it. That would represent the entire.
That would do the whole thing.
African American population.
They'd be like,
really
"What
county.
do you think I'm gonna wear? What?"
Truth be told, yeah, exactly. You put on this leader.
We can try. We're super happy for you, all of your success. How exciting!
It's fun.
That is very fun.
It's a good time.
I'm so glad that we got introduced early on. That could have went a very long time before we got to actually meet each other. So
we met through Sal Sal D'Amelio, comedian out of Detroit, funny guy, and Dave Landau too as well.
Yep.
Who's hilarious, great friends of mine too, and so it's
exactly.
It's been great.
There's right next door to our recording studio. There's a little ladies' gym, ladies only, and I got stopped one time. I remember I texted you. This lady stopped me right outside. She goes, when's Derek Richards coming back? And
Oh
she
my
was
God.
just ecstatic in her little older lady workout clothes and her New Balance tennis shoes. And
That's so funny.
I
That's
was
my
like-
demo. That's my demographic.
I was like, you know Derek? She goes, well, no, but I saw him and he was so good. When's he coming back?
That's so funny.
It was awesome.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah. Then she went and got in her Crown Victoria and took off.
And then she
She's
got in her Crown Vic
she
and
sped away.
went to happy hour. And that was it.
If you're watching,
That's-
I'm just kidding. I know you don't drive a Crown.
That's great.
It's fine. That was like a LeSabre or something. I don't know.
Same car, different label.
Oh, man.
So fun.
How fun. This is so fun. Well, thanks for popping in today, dude.
No,
All
thank you
the
so much.
Best of luck,
Thanks
man.
for having me, and again, you guys, best of luck with everything that you guys are doing, and yeah, when you and your husband come out to Vegas, by
It'll
all
be
means,
fun.
let me know.
Yes, that'd be fun. And tell everybody again where they can find your tour schedule, where they can find the special.
Well, my schedule is DerekRichards.com is my website, DEREK Richards.com. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then the IrishComedyTour.com has our the tour schedule for the Irish Comedy Tour, and my tour schedule is all on my page. And then if you just go to the IrishComedyTour.com, you'll find all the stuff for just that particular show that
Cool.
we're doing. And then Amazon Prime, look it up, the Irish Comedy
Yeah.
Tour. If you can check it out, greatly appreciate it. Also, if you got, if you're on iTunes or Dish, DirecTV, Comcast, you can pull it up on that too. So
And you will laugh. You will laugh. It is
it's
very
fun.
Good.
It's a very non-traditional comedy special where,
It
like I
is.
said, it bounces. There's really no more than, we're up on stage for like maybe 3 or 4 minutes at a time.
Mhm.
And then it cuts to us off stage
goofing
around and acting like idiots. So it's different. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a traditional comedy special because I love comedy,
Yeah.
obviously, but it's hard for me to even sit through and watch
Mhm.
a regular comedy special
You need some.
straight through. This
Mm-hmm.
really kind of breaks it up, and everybody has, the attention span of a goldfish today. So
I know.
so it's nice. It's constantly, it's like always having,
Yeah, wrap it up, Derek.
a Nerf ball thrown in your face. So
That's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, go ahead, you guys. Go check it out. It is really, really, really funny. Very exciting. Watch out for the kids. Put them to bed.
yeah, it's not a kids show. It's not a kids related performance.
No, it's
No.
not. It's not. But it's great.
But it's funny.
fantastic.
Yes.
I will, when I'm mad at my kids, I'll let them watch that kind of stuff. Because then they're like, oh, you're not that bad. I've never heard that word before.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't know.
I'll enjoy that conversation at dinner.
Yeah, ask your teacher. Anyways, you guys have been awesome. Derek Richards, look him up. Go check him out. Hilarious guy.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for having me.
for
Appreciate
popping
it.
in.
Absolutely.
Be safe.
Will do. You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.